So Dana White just announced Shavkat Rakhmonov against Ian Garry for UFC 310, and he also announced Colby Covington versus Buckley for UFC Fight Night Tampa in the main event. Solid fight. We'll get into it though. Starting with the big one. I know the Colby one's huge, but this is a pay-per-view. There's a lot here to mention. Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian Garry is taking place. Now, I'm not surprised. This was already kind of in the works. We kind of expected Usman to step in here, but he isn't. So that's that. So it's Shavkat versus Ian Garry. Now, no interim title on the line, which kind of pisses me off. I feel like the UFC kind of fumbled this a bit. Since, they now have Alejandro Pantoja versus Kai Sakura as a main event of a pay-per-view. That is really bad, UFC. I think Shavkat should have been for an interim title. I know it doesn't make sense because Bilal will be back soon, but hype-wise for this event, I'm just sorry. You're giving Pantoja 2 main event back-to-backs and pay-per-views. I know he's the second greatest flyweight of all time, and he just is. If you don't want to argue with that, you're dumb. He's got the defenses locked in. But still, that is a shit main event. And I'm worried Pantoja is just going to lay on him and beat him and stink up the main event in the pay-per-view main event there. I'm praying Asakura lays him out cold and saves flyweight and saves the UFC and is a brand new star. So I'm kind of confused why they wouldn't slap on an interim title here and have it as a main event and argue it as a main event. Really confusing to me that they wouldn't do that. 5 rounds of this fight. I'm not going to just say Shavkat wins, This is a whole different new style for him. Usman, I think he would have beaten. Because, Usman's a wrestler. He was training for Bilal. Usman and Bilal are similar. While Usman has better boxing, more power. That's it. Wrestling arguably favors Bilal, in my opinion, skill-wise. I think that would have been an easy win for Shavkat. But this is a brand new whole style striker. This is interesting. I'm going to be leaning Shavkat for now. But, on the feet, it's not far off, It just isn't far off. It's for the number 1 contendership. The winner will fight Bilal. So that means no title shot in the meantime anywhere for Edwards, JDM, Usman. Fumbled that. Big time Usman. Yeah. None of those guys will get it. Sean Brady ain't getting one. So this just will confirm who the number 1 contender is next for Bilal. I think it will be Shavkat. I just think Shavkat, he's just going to be more aggressive here. More of the, more sting. I don't know. I feel like he'll have more power than Garry as well. But Garry is a live underdog. But I think Shavkat is better. There has been recent rumors that Shavkat KO'd him before. I don't know if that's true. But if it is, that will be in the head of Ian Garry. Shavkat's been ready for this day. I know Gary's training for Buckley, but stylistically, I think Buckley and Shavkat aren't far off compared to Bilal and Garry for Ian Garry. No, I think Gary's style, both of these guys, Garry was trained for Buckley. Shavkat was trained for Bilal. I think that stylistically, when it comes to this matchup, I think Garry benefits more. Because Shavkat has to train for now a striker. And is where Gary's going to have to train for maybe Garry has to train for a striker again. Buckley and Shavkat strikers, Bilal and Garry, different styles. So it is close. I will be going Shavkat though, just being more aggressive, having more of the sting. And I feel like this is a moment we'll thrive in, is where I think Ian Garry, it is the main event. Man, I keep thinking this is the main event that was announced. But I feel like this will have more, I think this will be more of a moment where Ian Garry thrives. Or Shaft will thrive, and Garry will kind of shiver down. Interesting, though. I'm going to lean Shaft for now. She's going to have more of the jiu-jitsu advantage, I think, here. I know Gary's been training with lots of jiu-jitsu wizards, but like Oliveira, Damian Maia. But I don't know. I feel like Shaft will have more on the feet. But Garry is a live underdog, and you should look at that. But I'm going to go Shaft for now. 5-rounder. I think he might break down Garry, because Shaft really good at that, and I feel like he'll maybe finish Ian Garry in the later rounds. 3-rounder, I'd actually probably maybe pick Garry. 5-rounder, I benefit Shaft. So close fight, but I'm gonna go Shaft. Maybe why not give Buckley the jump up and have Shaft Buckley, and then do Ian Colby? They kind of fucked it up in a way. It's all good though. But we got this. This is one I haven't really mentioned. I'll pick Shaft 4th or 5th round TKO, maybe even late 3rd round over Ian Garry. Gary's a live dog though. Don't count him out. I'm going to pick Shaft Rakhmonov, though. Colby Covington against Joaquin Buckley. This is very interesting. Now, Joaquin Buckley. The dude's on a roll. Now he's fighting Covington. Covington, man, respect. He wants to fight again. He was calling out JDM. Don't know what's going to happen with that now. I guess you do Sean Brady, Kamaru Usman, and then do JDM Edwards. I think that just all makes sense there. Maybe you can do it the other way around. Maybe do Sean Brady Edwards. I matched him up a few days ago. And then you can do JDM versus Usman. Some way the other. I wouldn't do JDM Brady, and because Usman, I don't want to see Usman Edwards 4. So do some way the other. This is a great fight though, and I love Colby for this. He's stepping up on basically a month's notice, 4 weeks notice. Respect to Colby. I like seeing this, but he's not gonna fucking win. Buckley's gonna fucking KO him badly. I just don't trust the grappling ability of Covington anymore, guys. I just don't. Buckley's gonna KO him badly. And if Covington wins, he's right back in the mix. But I don't like this for him. I don't like this for him. He's coming back against Buckley. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. He's coming back, he was thinking about fighting JDM, who I think he would have lost to be honest with you guys. So, I don't know. I don't like this. I'm going to go Joaquin Buckley. Showed good takedown defense in his career. And on the feet, just KO'd Wonderboy, who was kind of arguably beating him. Wonderboy, Colby Covington's not going to outrange and outpoint Buckley. On the feet, he will get put out, especially with the inactivity. And Buckley just beat Nursultan Ruzaboev and beat Luke K before that and just beat Wonderboy. I think he would have beaten Ian Garry as well. I can't lie, stylistically. I think he would have chinned Garry. So I think this is a great main event for Florida, Tampa, Florida. Probably why Covington took it. But I think Covington's going to lose. Great fight night main event. That card's going to be sick. And, yeah, I'm going to go with Joaquin Buckley. Getting the job done. I know he got grappled here and there by Mavov. And Mavov's big and huge for the division. And that was at middleweight. Welterweight now, I think he'll be faster, more athletic, less kind of bulky for the division. Now he'll be more shredded and fast, arguably more power. No one puts away Wonderboy like that. I'm going to go Joaquin Buckley. Getting the job done. KO. I like Colby a lot, but bad matchup. Don't see it going well for him. 5 rounds, though. Interesting. Maybe something can happen. I think Buckley will get him out of there. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Insane fights that were announced. Maybe David Onama versus Roberto Romero this weekend or tomorrow. Jeez, the fights are tomorrow. You heard me. That's awesome. I never got to break this down. I'll go David Onama KO at some point in the fight. And nothing else. Edson Barboza against Steve Garcia. That's a huge fight. I'm going to go Steve Garcia. I think Barboza's done. And, yeah. Great fights, man. I'm just kind of let down by Tyson Paul, which put me in a really annoyed mood. I wish they announced it before the card, before Tyson Paul. I would have been more of like a ecstatic mood. Anyways, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Covington Buckley, huge fight. Absolutely huge. Respect to Covington. I'm going to go Joaquin Buckley, though. And then, Shafkat versus Garry. Love the fight. Why not have an interim title? Why not have an interim title for this? It confuses me, because we're left with Kasakura and Pantoja to be looking forward to. We have to look forward to Pantoja and Asakura. Dumb move from the UFC. I'm so sorry. Insane fights. I love these fights. No interim title is stupid. Because you can't, I don't think you can make this main event with this as just a fight. But, you should have had an interim title, UFC. You dummy. Because now we're left with Asakura Pantoja as the main event. Where Pantoja probably beats him. So fucking lame. You can do that shit in Brazil with Pantoja and Urseg. But you can't do this in Las Vegas when there's one more pay-per-view left of the year. By the time that happens. Whatever, though. This is the real main event. Winner of this will fight Bilal next year. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I got Shafkat, and I got Joaquin Buckley. Insane fights. Thank you, Dana White. Peace.